Alright, hey everybody, we are back with another unboxing video. This time we have another Makeship plush, and as you all can see from the packaging, this is the NEOPETS Lord Kass Makeship plush. Okay, so cool thing is, so I don't have the box just because, or the packaging it came from, because I had to open it up, and there's other orders in there. So just gonna focus on this one, just so you all know for the packaging, because I feel like I've been focusing so much on packaging for all of the reviews. This was just floating in the box. There was no plastic or anything. It was just floating. Usually when I get the Makeship plushies, they are going to be in a plastic bag, and this one was no exception. It was in a big plastic kind of type bag. It's not padded. It was just the plastic bag. Okay. So don't worry about it getting wet. However, it is just floating there. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull him out. So yes, this is the Lord Kass plushie. My gosh, when we saw him come out as like a Makeship plush, man, like the Neopets community went absolutely bonkers for him because he really is a very popular character. Like he is so popular. Okay, so here he is. And I will say, having owned several Makeship plush, he is very impressive. This is an extremely impressive plush. Okay, so he is, so this is his size. He's just very much a display plush. He's not a huge plush. Okay, he's actually, he's much smaller than my Jeran plush, obviously, but Jeran's a custom. So he has, this is a full fur ruff here. Okay, and he has his braid here. This braid is a printed minky. That makes sense to get this really cool detail. Okay, his face is all embroidered, and this is embroidered beautifully. His ears are embroidered. He has his earrings. When he came to me, his ears were kind of like this, so flopped over, but his ears should be kind of flicked back a little bit. Okay, this is not minky, but actually like a really low pile fur, which I think is really cool. They even have like this little flap here, just that little detail on his beak. I think it looks really naked without it. His beak is a little bit weird just because of the way that they did the shape. They kept his chin. He's more like this. This is really the front of the beak, so he looks super grumpy. From the front, he looks pretty great, though. He's definitely very grumpy. Okay, so he has that fur ruff. Same pile fur as the purple. The outfit is printed minky. Okay, yeah, it's completely sewn onto him. Or not sewn on, but he's like, it's all just printed right here, which makes sense to get that design. Okay, and then you have his sheath right here. The sheath is attached at the corner, and it's a little bit hollow. It's not enough to stick the sword in, but it's kind of cool that it's hollow. And you have the design here. Let's see. His sword, I forget his sword's name. His sword actually has a name, but it's printed minky as well. Right, and again, it's just to get that cool kind of effect. And the cool thing is, it is Velcro removable, and it is double-sided. It's so cool. Okay, again, he can't really stick it in here. I wouldn't want to damage it anyways. But he has Velcro on both hands, so you can have him dual wield his sword. Well, not dual wield his sword, but like have him wield his sword on the other hand for some reason. Oh no, actually, wait, hang on. Is this, no, it's not. They're both the soft. Yeah, you can't connect them. Okay. Yeah, so he is a right-handed character though, so it's better like that. But I guess if you wanted to, some leftover thread. But if you wanted to, you could have him wield it on the other side, just upside down. Okay, so the rest of the outfit is minky printed. So this is the side tassel. It looks so cool. Nothing on the back, it's just enough for his tail. He even has a belt here, and then you see the belt. This is a separate piece, that's a separate piece. And then the cool thing is his shoulders. His shoulders are definitely my favorite. So the sleeves are black. So this is just a black printed minky with like the spots and stuff. And then you have a cuff around him. And then the cool thing is this shoulder pad is actually a separate piece. So you have a design under here. And on top of that is his shoulders. It's like you're not even going to notice really this, but it's there, this little details. Same thing on the other side, because his shoulders it's white on one, and then it's like flipped over here. Yeah, same thing here. That's crazy. Like, that's such an attention to detail that I really like out of this plush. Just a little bit tag sticking out. Okay, or the seam sticking out. And he's got like a nice kind of, his collar right here too, so with the ruff on it, kind of blends in. There we go. Okay, and then in the back here we have his big fluffy his fluffy tail. The end of his tail is fluffed. And he has, this is the fur again. And then he has these bands here. This is printed minky. This is just regular. And then you have his wings, which are really good size wings. They are printed in the front here to get that texture. Okay, but it's really nicely printed. Wow. Okay. And then you have all the fur. But then the back, the whole thing, the front, it's all embroidered. This is all embroidered to get that really cool shape. So you know these wings are going to stay. These are very sturdy. They're like on him. Okay, and here's his tag right here. Only 11,000, 1,100. So 11, yeah, 1,111 were made. Okay, and then here's his tag, November 2025. Yep, so this is his official tag. Yep. So this guy is a really awesome. Oh, I forgot to show his feet. His feet are like that, so they're placed in such a way that it's kind of his usual posture. It's got a bit of a digi look to it. Oops, let me lift it. I'm sorry. Oh, that's indecent. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's got a digi shape here. That's a really nice digi shape. His feet are so nubby. They're just like snubbies. Oh, and his butt tag. He's got a butt tag right there. Okay, I'll go and cover him up. That's indecent. Okay, gotta, you know. Yeah, there we go, Lord Kass. So yeah, we were so surprised that he was chosen as the Makeship plush, and Makeship we know was going to make a good quality plush, and my god, they definitely knocked it out of the park. I forgot to mention there's a little embroidered detail right here for his neck. That's crazy. So yeah, he is a lovely plush. Like, there's fluffies on the side too. He is an incredible plush. I'm really hoping that they sold enough, or like there's enough interest for them to do a second plush, because I'd love to see Jeran to go alongside with him, you know, as a side-by-side plush, and just any of the other NPC plush. Like, I'd love to see like Sophie or someone like that being made into a Makeship plush, because my god, they knocked it out of the park with him. He is incredible. He's so grumpy. Okay. I also really like that I feel like they took this collab seriously, because the bag is a custom bag with NEOPETS on there. Look at that. Okay. Really nicely printed. Like, these colors are very saturated. And in the back it says NEOPETS. Yep, and then Makeship at the bottom. And then the card is just the standard care card for Makeship plushies. Yep. So if you all have seen my previous video for Makeship, the last time I got a Makeship plushie was actually, the last time I did a video rather, was for Francine for Angel Hair. And I was saying how like this plush is not bad, but I just feel like she's so simple. Like, but at the same time, it wasn't on par with some of the quality they've had before. Like the notebook doesn't have anything printed on it, which is kind of disappointing. And she's so small too. But also like the head is printed minky. Right, when the rest of the fur already exists as that color. Like, they were already able to get this complicated shape. For some reason, they couldn't do the head. I don't know why. In just this minky, right? Which sucks, because they've done it before with the other Francis. Okay, and then since then though, I did get another Makeship plush. I actually completely forgot I ordered this one. This is Maddie, also from Angel Hair. But this one's like Maddie. Yeah, this one's significantly better than the Francine. Sorry, Francine. But Maddie had a much better. Everything is like embroidered. No printed minky. And she comes with Richard. A little Richard. They go with her. And Richard, actually, they could have easily printed, like, they could have printed his face, his muzzle. But they didn't. This is all one minky. Like, this is all like 1, 2, 3 different colors of minky, and he's completely embroidered, and he's tiny. It's like the smallest Makeship plush ever, or one of the smallest. Anyways, back to Kass. So I was worried when the Kickstarter, when the backer, the campaign for this one came out, because that was around the time I had gotten Francine, but then I got Maddie, and I was like, okay, maybe this is gonna be good. And oh my gosh, they did an incredible job with Kass. Like, I think this is like everything we kind of wanted. We would have wanted from this. Now, I've mentioned before in previous videos, if you've seen them, I'm not the biggest fan of printed minky. But usually it's because I don't like the printed Minky when it feels unnecessary. When it's like Francine's case. Like, really? Do you have to do that on the top of the head? I get it, but also, I don't know if it's like saving cost or something, but it just feels kind of silly when the other colors are there and it doesn't 100% match. Kass, though, no, he needed the printed Mickey. Like, the outfit needed to be printed. There's no way they could have embroidered all this. You would have gone insane. And that plush would have been so expensive. This is way more reasonable, and it's just so well done. You can also tell that they've made more of him than some of the others. Actually, Francine, I wonder, does it tell us how many they made of her? 657. Okay, so she has less. He has way more. And I'm pretty sure they sold like all of them. So he's a very impressive plush. So yeah, if you are looking for some Neopets merch, if you've been on the Neopets grapevine, the merch has been kind of iffy lately. There's been issues with like the RPG, the tabletop RPG and all that. But this one, I will say confidently that this is like excellent. Like, this is excellent. This is the quality that we want, and this is the quality that I think as fans we deserve for being fans for so long. You're probably wondering, why am I following the fur direction? It's because I'm trying to see if any of the fur direction was wrong. But nope, all the fur direction is correct. Yeah, he has completely correct fur direction. So I don't know. I'm like trying to nitpick this, but it's really hard to. I mean, it's like kind of bumpy here. That's so nitpicky. I'm so nitpicky. Kass, you should be like, stop nitpicking me. I am perfect. Yes, you are. You are very perfect. Okay, so that is it for this review. I'm gonna stop rambling, but yeah, this plush is awesome. And if they still have more and you wanted one, I would get one. Cross fingers that that the success of this one will mean we're gonna get more. Please, please, please. I really just want a Jeran. I know I'm very biased, but he's just gonna look so good next to Kass, okay? And like, if you want to do other Neopets characters, sure, we will probably come by in droves because of how good this guy came out. Like, and he's so cool. He's so cool. Anyways, that is it for this video. I'll see you all next time.